bit of a surprise. We don't tend to see too many Malusi bans. The Banshees do get plenty of use. We do see plenty of picks, but not usually sort of strong enough or considered for a ban.
Yeah, I was looking at ludicrous stuff.
Yeah, it's
had a brilliant performance as well.
You look at, if you look at SI, previous SI pedigrees, G2 and SSG are pretty much the top dogs. Maybe NIP you could put there as well. Very consistent, but to say that, I don't think they do reach that level given that they're not. Benja does manage to get a second, picking up Fishlike, ashing onto Washoy as well, and this is kind of what we were a little bit worried about for SCARZ. They're on the defense of top floor, it's their first choice site, and SSG at the minute feel like they're washing over them at the minute. They're kind of picking the fights where they want. Perfect example of what I was saying. Flawless round comes in for SSG, and that's exactly.
Break that down. Admittedly, they were quite slow. But I do like the SCARZ are sticking to their own play style, not being intimidated by their opponent here. They're willing to go and play the game. Washoy gets one, instantly traded out on the back of it. Now the pistol in hand, surely he doesn't win that one. Absolutely does not. But Ashen down to a slither of HP, now being flanked from the back as well. It's a Legion on side, and we'll find his man. Ashen falls at a 4v3 for SCARZ, breaks out.
Yeah, much better passage of play for SCARZ there than we saw in the first round. Able to get in and get a couple of kills, give themselves a little bit of an advantage. The problem that they've got is Rek and Fishlike both on low health, but it's not going to matter because even with the... He's not coming and winning this now. We'll see, obviously, moving on, where does SCARZ go next is probably going to be the big question to answer as he tries to come through into yellow. They know exactly where he is. Nina steps out with a shotgun, gets the job done.
Hopefully have got a little bit of anticipation about what might be coming. There's a player underneath as well. Ashen digging in tight here, hoping to find someone. Now Ben just starts to strike while the attention's gone, and Nina's just put Ashen in the dirt. Casual as anything.
The thing is, Benja here just prevents a lot of movement inside a site, takes his opportunity, just waiting for a little bit of a distraction of the drone coming across, goes in and gets the kill onto Tayu. The call will have gone out that Benja's inside a site now, but he's not the one with the case. It's Fultz on the sense that he's going to be looking for the plant, and that is not ideal. Forest, somehow, we didn't quite see it, but he's taken his own man down, and that's advantage SCARZ, and they've got the top floor, and they've got the nitro. Nina takes him down, 4v2. And SCARZ are looking good.
Oh dear, SSG. In such a commanding position where you've got your entry inside a site, he's got full control, and you can't pull it together from there. Still got 2 players up. Still a chance. They can recover this one. The smoke coming on through. 3 players on the side of SCARZ, so looking no doubt to impede this one. He's going down. More smoke's layered in. I tell you what, Tim, it's like a rave in there with all those laser lights that's missing. But no one can see a thing. At this point, user is now down. 3 players of SCARZ have got to scramble to recover this.
That's a mistake from SCARZ. They've got that top floor, they've got those verticals. Even with the smokes coming out, they can't allow that plant to go down. So honestly, SSG have got a really good chance of winning this round. It's all going to be up to Forest, but he can't find the second one. Nina manages to take him down, 3rd in the round, and SCARZ do. Just going to keep peeking this angle through towards admin. So it's telling me that they know that's where the pressure's going to be coming from. Nina does manage to pick up Ashen. That's the Grim gone as well. That's not ideal for SSG because, again, that's one of those operators that's really going to support that final push, that final execute. You want those beats going in just to try and lock people in place, but not going to be possible now. Nitro goes over the top unsuccessfully. J9O just looking for a challenge there. Can he find it? No.
Oh,
yes,
flick.
he does, and he gets a second onto Washoy that trades out the kill onto Forest. 3v1 now. J9O going absolutely crazy. Fultz is getting that diffuser down. Rek has got it all to do, and it's going to be tough. He can't move out of this spot. He's locked inside of a crossfire at the minute.
What an interesting game this is turning into when we've had so many big hero moments from different players on both teams. J9O has just absolutely deleted them. SCARZ had the right idea as well, a 2 versus 1. They were playing for the trade. But that flick onto Tayu to start off that whole flow in motion was absolutely beautiful. 1 bat for Rek. We know that he's got it in him to be able to pull out big plays like this. But I don't think SSG are going to give him absolutely anything, Tim.
Thinking about taking the long arm on, but knows he can't stick it. Little peek, but 40 seconds left to go. SSG do get the main breach off, so now there's a little bit of pressure coming from both sides. Washoy's feeding back. We've still got one on the rear side. Fultz manages to pick up Fishlike. That leaves us now 4 versus 4, 30 seconds left to go, but the clock could become the enemy for SSG.
Always the way to it becomes the 6th man for the other side, and that's a golden chance. I was going to say he's missed 2 kills there almost, but no. Wishoy does get rid of Ashen. Bolt still walking around, and basically no HP has still managed to pick up more kills. Tim, it's the 5th round in a row that we've had a 3K, and it's Fultz the one that is making the difference. If only we'd seen that Castle get the kill on him earlier on. 4 kills for him in the end as well.
SSG are well on top of them now. The Jackal track comes out. That's going to tell Benja exactly where this man is, and it's as easy as that. Peeks around the corner, picks up a headshot onto Fishlak. 5 versus 3 now. 1 minute 10 on the clock. Everything is stacked in SSG's favour for this round.
And they've played it so well. They've isolated players, identified where they are on drones, and then just punished them as a group is the key thing. The Jackal trap letting Benja in to do the work that he did. All good stuff. Benja just finally get picked off, and shock horror, Tim, a bit of team play is what Nets got.
Nina can still shoot through the floor, so they need to be aware of that. Tayo and Rek both on low health though, but they need to be careful here, SSG. They're almost in danger of just feeding in through a single doorway one at once. Fultz manages to pick up Tayo. There you go. That's the kill that they needed. That's the one that broke the back of the defense, and then the final one comes in.
You've got that Ying on side, so they're calling it a little bit of Japanese chaos, Tim. We're used to this.
Yeah, they're going to drop into yellow, and they're going to drop as soon as they do. J9 and Ashen picking up 2. Wishoy manages to find a trade. 4 versus 3. Wishoy with the second, though, actually gets both of them. Benja takes him down, but maybe the damage is already done. 3 versus 2. Where you are, and he's gonna be ready. He's gonna fire back, and that's exactly what happens. Rek takes a ton of damage as well. SSG are holding on well. Benja manages to find the kill onto the gridlock, and that leaves Nina all alone. Only 1 Candela left to use. 1 versus 3. This is gonna be a big ask because SSG, they're not gonna overcommit. They're gonna wait for Nina to make the move. They're gonna find the Banana, see if he can find anybody at the bottom of there. Nobody available at the minute, and Benja, he's just going to probably follow suit, I think, and maybe hope to catch somebody out.
I was going to say, direct towards site is 100% the call, so SSG have got to scramble back here and start looking to cover off the rest of their team. 2 kills definitely going to help in that motion. Benja with 1 more for himself, Ashen into another, and SCARZ have once again fallen apart here. Tim a little bit too one-directional, a little bit too predictable.
Exactly that. Just going to be trying to find anybody here. Cut down by Fultz. It's Fishlak managing to find J9O, but again, 1 versus 3. Even on the Blackbeard, can't get anything going. Fultz shuts him down, and that's going to be the round.
A bit too easy at the moment. Water.
Zoto canister is going to go out just to prevent those SCARZ pellets from detonating. Save a little bit of time with 30 seconds left to go. He can actually keep that wall closed. Forest manages to find Tayo with the Nitro. SSG are looking good for this. 4 versus 3. They're not going to suffer the breach from SCARZ by the looks of it. Wishoy does manage to find 1, but Benja, he's holding on. Nina's taken down. 15 seconds left to go. The plant is going down though. Wishoy, can he stick it here?
Is it
3v1, he can't. J9O with a double. Somehow SCARZ had crept in, but SSG, they figured.
You have to have a Monty main, therefore the ban makes total sense. And the final ban to come out for is, drumroll please, going to be a Valkyrie. Saw quite a bit of that in the last map, actually coming out from Rek, I believe it was, playing it in the early rounds. You recall him and you feel like you're walking into Death Alley when you step inside there. So I'm a little bit concerned, Tim, that 1, they've left it too late, and 2, they're making things even harder for themselves.
What have they done? They haven't done anything about Benja on the top floor. They've gone and sat up there on the windows looking. They've never gone in the building on the top floor.
Oh, well, guys, we tried.
Yeah, they've never gone in the building to actually challenge him. So all they've done is spent a minute and a half, 2 minutes, not really clearing anybody out. Benja's going to return to site, but he's going to be cut down. This is better.
Winnable.
3 versus 2, but the time is going to become a factor. 16 seconds left to go. They do get themselves inside now, SCARZ. Low health for Fultz. It's not going to be an easy win, but he gets 1. Can he find the second? He knows where he's coming from, but no! Fishlak just about manages. Save yourself the headache. Get in there a little bit quicker. Make these challenges. Nice. Well, they were worried about the jump outs, and they should have been, but Fultz didn't move quickly enough. Takes down Wishoy, which it's not the biggest pickup being the Ash. Lost the Solace now. Benja does manage to find Tayo, and without too much of a surprise here, SSG is starting to get really aggressive.
I tell you, Benja's having a bit of a series, isn't he? Starting on that first map looking real strong. With double digits on kills, and it's obviously not there yet, but he just looks confident whenever he gets himself involved in these gunfights. Problem is, Tim, they brought
His time wisely to try and see if he can catch anybody out.
And unfortunately, I do not suspect that he will.
I don't think SSG will give him that, that good grace.
They've been really good at being composed. We saw it back on the last map when they know they're an advantage to be able to win, is not getting too over the top, not getting ahead of themselves.
Ashen is still up there and can play from the hatch, so kind of wondering at this point where SCARZ are going to look to potentially put that diffuser down, because they're going to need to extend the clock at this rate, but Ashen starts taking damage. Forest manages to find a kill onto Fishlight. 4 versus 4, 20 seconds left to go.
You know what? I think it's a genius strategy. I've changed my mind. SCARZ are on a new level. It's bore your opponents to death until they're forced to run into you, and it's almost worked out. They've almost killed Jano and Ashen, but they couldn't quite hit the target, so it hasn't worked out the way they need. They've got no time left. The smokes might go in here, but I'm worried it's a bit too late. You haven't even considered the basics, like there's a warden dug in here, and this round is cooked. That might be one of the
potential to take the cameras. Not good.
Yeah, not ideal losing. He was on front door by himself as well, put like Nina was, so I get it, like, been isolated out. There's been good calls and communication from SSG. A good trade coming in there, as well as Fishlight falls with Shoy is there to pick up the pieces. Still a 3 versus 4 though, and SSG have got the numbers they need. Now a 4v2. What more is there to say to him? I think at this point,
themselves to 3-1. Whether they can continue that on the attack or not, I guess we'll see in the second half of things. But right now, they're looking good for at least a 4-2, if not a 5-1 half. Fultz and Ashen close it out. That's another one for them. 3-1.
Not going to see that much when Rex the one sat on a window on the Deimos. It's not a great spot to be in. It's not making use of the strengths of that operator. Ying now hits the deck. SSG, I was going to say, still have got all 5 players up. But like that, SCARZ find 2 kills, bring it down to a 3v3. Technically a 2v3 because Fishlight is on his backside. He's now finished off. SSG with the numbers advantage.
Jano just looking for the challenge onto that double window. He doesn't really need to take it. Tayu manages to finish him off. Washoy is inside of the building. Tayu is not. So right now, if SSG recognise that, they could go 2v1 onto the man inside of the map. But
performing at least so far on this map. I mean, admittedly as a team, it's been more SSG that's been doing the goods and doing the numbers. 10 seconds to play here. That time of becoming the extra man for this side, but they've got the kill they need, Tim. Forest starts his move up here. All he's got to do is find Tayu. They don't know exactly where he's coming from. Rounds on towards one. Will he find his man? No, Washoy hears him. They get a second round on the board, Tim. Still keeping it within.
I'm expecting to see a little bit of improvement on the defensive side when they get there, because again, it removes that issue of having to take the honors, having to be the ones getting in there, having to be the ones driving the round. Nina does manage to pick up Fultz. That's a good start, taking down the Fenrir. That's going to lock the FNATs in place, whichever are activated. And how about that though? Ashen manages to get a beautiful double, swings onto Tayu, then 180 onto Fishlight. I think he put the diffuser down on the ground as well. Yep, he's going to ping it out. His team are aware of it, so they can just play it in and around Solar. How about it? Always put a bullet or two through the softball. You never know what you might find. Washoy taken down. Benja finds Nina, and it has fallen apart for SCARZ again. Trying to get anything going, but with that diffuser down, 40 seconds left to go. This one's done. SSG 4-2 on the half, almost certainly.
It's really going to require a miracle from Rek, and wasn't even aware of the frost mat just inside the window.
Screen went in, and they're just going to be poised and ready to go around that double window. They're just getting themselves into position. SSG, they continue to move through the map, if you remember what I said.
Trying to be too aggressive about this as well. So SSG done the right thing. Ben just floated on through, got a couple of kills. Now it's about converting onto the last 3 players, with Shoy also falling. SSG up 5-2.
Yeah, Penja's actually got the case as well. Still underneath, it sort of says to me that they're not really shaping up towards putting the plant down.
Nah.
That they're just happy to go around chasing the kills, looking to find them. The Deimos tracks are coming out as well now. Oh, getting caught out there. Come on, Benja. That's the oldest angle in the book on Shalway. Just waiting above there for anybody coming up the stairs. Fishlight manages to pick him up. That's going to put Diffuser on the ground as well. That'll need to be recovered now. So SSG need to be careful. Still looks like they win this one, but it's not a guarantee at this point.
No, not when you get down to these final 30 seconds either. You always say it, but that clock becomes the 6th man for a team. Fultz playing the patient game.
I think it's a guarantee now.
I think it's pretty much set in now, yeah, indeed. SSG is holding angles on that top floor. I'll pull that trigger, and it's all going to start crumbling for SCARZ if they're not too careful. SSG have been very, very good so far throughout the series at isolating players. That was like, again, pedestrian. It really feels like Washoy should have had Benja's number there, but Benja's just that guy.
Kills going either way. J9O picking up 2. Nina and Fishlike taken down. 3 versus 2. It's up to Tayu and Rek to try and hold on. The problem is that they are very separate at the minute, and the reason that's a problem is they can't impact on each other's fights or deaths, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. Tayu's taken down because SSG gang up on him, and that means that Rek now has to fight his way back in on his own. The plant goes down. Benja's able to get guns up. They know where he's coming from. They're using his utility against him. The mirror window from the defenders is now working for the attackers. Just peeking out from behind the bomb chassis. Nitro goes out. No, Benja gets out of the way a bit. Rek, he's doing his best to try and fight his way back in, but it's unlikely to be successful. He's on low health. Benja steps out and gets the kill. That's going to be
first half.
Nina's got himself into a position he's going to get a freebie, absolutely. There they go, no idea. And this is what SCARZ need to be doing, really. They thought they were safe. They thought they had the air jab down, but Forest reacts quickly. And again, it's SSG doing things well. Yes, into a planted position. They can't do that anymore. So it is a bit of a loss from SSG, all because they hadn't drawn that out properly. But Forest reacts well, gets the kill. Washoy is there and manages to get, it's not even a late trade really, but Tayu managing to find J9. SSG are just trying to get aggressive here. They don't really mind. It's 6-2. If they lose the round, they lose the round. Benja just trying to do what he can here. Unlikely he wins this one. And it's been better from SCARZ. 3v1, put down, dealt with, and SCARZ there.
You've lost that first round of the half, but hey, at least it's starting to, I won't say bear fruits. They are the ones with negative HP off the back of that trade, but at least they're trying. And a great yellow ping coming on through gives them a couple of kills very quickly. SSG now in the driving seat to get this one closed out.
Yeah, I think Benja had a feeling that there was somebody on the other side of there, maybe just had a little audio cue, so the drone comes in and we just see beautiful teamwork, essentially. He's going to get, what are you doing?
You know,
Nina, what are you doing? They've already lost one person there, and you're just going to walk across without even looking at
the side to get any way back into the round. Take your time here, find out where these players are. You know where at least one is anyway. You even got the drone here on him, and a great kill from Benja below, his 3rd kill, without barely moving his feet at the same time. Just Rek left standing. Tim, this one's done.
Yeah, they've all come from the same spot there for Benja. Like you say, Reg, 1, 2 HP maybe. If one of them, you know, coughs in his direction, it's probably going to be the end of it. So it's just going to be a matter of time now. He's just got himself sat in piano, and he's just going to wait and see if maybe anything presents itself nice and easily. The plant is going down. Unlikely to be able to stop it. The cover is there on the right. It is. It's Forrest who picks up the final kill. And as expected, SSG come away.